to another episode of Multi-Million Dollar Messaging with your host, Sadon Long. And we're talking about content that people can't stop watching or how to get people to watch your content. And if you're tuning in, this here is for people whose personal income is tied directly to their business. Meaning if your business is up, then your pockets are up. But if your business is down, so without any further ado, here's a little backstory. So a few weeks ago, I had a conversation with a woman, and shout out to Doris. And we were talking, and she was like, "Man, you really need to start making videos again." And I was like, "Okay, cool," because you know I wanted to know why. So I said, "Well, what makes you say that?" She said, "Well, because I watch the videos, and they're very helpful. I'll go back and I'll even watch the old ones, and they've helped me grow my business." Okay, great, I'll do it. So I got clients, I got stuff going on, so really haven't been as consistent as I intend to be going forward. But this video right here, I'm making it because, hey, man, it's that time of year. It's always that time of year. You need people to watch your content because you believe that people watching your content is going to help them buy from you. And you're correct. I have actually met people online who I've had conversations with offline that have led to me doing business with them. People see me in the streets and they recognize me and they know me because of the videos online. So, yes, when you start saying that this can happen, you are absolutely right. Started my whole business just Facebook Lives. But in order to get that, here's what you need to understand. Because there are a bunch of people making videos, but here's what you need to understand if you want to make it work for you. Number one, you have to talk about the problems and the wants of your clients or your people you want to be your clients. You got to talk about the problems and the wants. Again, to go back to what Ms. Doris said, hey, it helps me. So I watch because it helps me. I watch because there's something in it for me. And we all know that, the majority of the world is concerned about themselves. So because they're concerned about themselves, you need to shift from your why to their because. Yeah, they're going to watch this because it helps them. They're going to watch this because it helps them get what they want. They're going to watch this because it makes it easier for them to do the thing that they want to do. Because right now, the whole world is on do not disturb, meaning that the old ways of doing business do not work. So you need to be thinking every time you post content, what can I say in this content that is going to make someone chase me so that I don't have to run after them? Because you can only run after one customer at a time, but 1,000 people could watch your video over the course of a few months. Now, mind you, I said over the course of a few months. The reason I said over the course of a few months is because sometimes we think if we didn't get the likes or the comments or the views that first hour, that first day, that nobody's watching. But in reality, people will find your content when they're searching for someone like you if you make searchable content. So let's recap. We need to make something that discusses the problems and wants of our potential customer. That's step one. What is it that they want? What is it that they're struggling with? What is it that they're going through? That we can then talk about so that we can link our solution to their problem and want. So when they say, hey, I got a problem, we're there saying, hey, I know you got a problem. I understand your problem. I understand what you're going through. I understand you. So here's what you need to do to fix it. Here's what you need to do to no longer have that problem. Hey, this is just a quick example. If you're somebody who's watching this video, maybe you've been posting content and it hasn't been working, but you really need sales. There's the problem. There's what you want. You want sales. You're using content to post it, but you can't get people to watch it. So now, if I say, hey, how to get people to watch your content. The main people who are going to watch the video are people who are creating content and need it to help them get sales. Not going to have a bunch of people watching it who aren't potential customers. So that's why that is so important, because you want to filter it down, niche it down, so that you are only getting people who you could potentially do business with, or people who are interested enough that they may then share this video with someone who you could do business with, because maybe they've been in a conversation with that person and that person be like, man, I just keep posting but don't nobody keep watching, but don't nobody watch. I post and nobody watches. You know, maybe they've had a conversation and maybe they're an employee. um, hey boss, I saw this video today, I saw this guy. You know, maybe they're a helpful mom, or maybe they're a helpful cousin or somebody. Hey girl, I saw this video. So if you're talking about the problems, even if you don't get the customer directly and immediately, you can then get the customer later or by referral. Because the days of you just being able to tag a bunch of people who don't want to see it, who won't hit the add button, are gone. You can't spam people. However, you can work with the algorithm. And if you work with the algorithm, the people who are searching for solutions similar to yours, people similar to yours, videos similar to yours, your stuff will show up in their algorithm. And if they go down a rabbit hole, even if you're not the newest video, eventually your video comes up. So now that you get your shot, now that you get your chance, now that you get your opportunity, you got to make sure that what you're talking about helps them. It's something that they'll be thankful for. You know, like I'm pretty sure if you need help getting people to watch, and I say, hey, just talk about the stuff that they're concerned about, or that they want, or that they desire, and then talk about, hey, here's how you get it. Here's how you avoid going through the pain that you're going through. Here's how you get to the thing that you want. You're halfway home. That easy. Now, there are things that you obviously have to do within it in order to make it work for you in the long term, but the first step is getting watched. That's the first step. Like, how do I get watched? How do I get found? Well, you get found by being where people are looking, okay? Where they're looking for solutions. So you be found amongst the solutions. You know, I scroll through some of the groups that I'm in, and occasionally, randomly, I'll see somebody, and I'll be like, hey, man, you probably could do a little bit better if you did this. So, and I don't do it to be mean. I do it because I really love entrepreneurs. I really love the people who have the courage to join the fight to try to build businesses and leave legacies and to use their talent to enrich themselves and other people. So, lady does hair. She was charging $25. First of all, hair that she had done on the people she'd done it on was beautiful. Second of all, $25 was too cheap. And what she needed to do was she needed to start talking about all of the things that her two braid protective style would do. You know, again, if you're somebody who's looking to lose weight and you're worried about looking a mess in the gym and you're worried about your hair, you know, we can help you look cute in the gym and not look a mess when you leave. So now it's not about the braids anymore. Now it's about the fact that that person wants to look cute in the gym and doesn't want to look a mess when they leave. Okay. And it's a protective style. It's not just braids, it's a protective style. Something that you could do without having to put heat on your hair. Something you could do and wash and go. And then, I suggested that she create a monthly plan for touch-ups and oilings and things of that nature. Because obviously if you go into the gym, your hair might dry out because you're sweating a lot. You know, Obviously, if you're going to the gym and you want to keep these braids in, you're gonna need to get these edges tapped up. So we'll do oil. So we'll do oilings and edge treatments and touch ups so that you can stay cute and not look a mess. So now we went for something that's $25 because it's just braids. To it's a protective hairstyle. To it's gonna help you look cute in the gym. It's gonna be easy for you to maintain. And if you can't maintain, it will help you out by giving you a scalp oil and a touch up so that you can stay looking cute. And on top of that, if you're a professional, it looks great at work and in the gym. If you're an influencer, hey, it's cute and it's easy. So now what she can do is she can then talk about the problems. You know, are you are you concerned about your hair, but you know you need to lose weight? Are you looking for a cute style that you can wear to the gym and then pop out after the gym and go to work or go to happy hour or go out on a date? You know, here's things that you need to think about when getting hairstyles for the gym. Here's how you maintain your hair even though you're going to the gym quite regularly. Now, why are we doing this? Because we're about to go into 2026 and people have already made the promise to themselves that they are going to lose weight. Problem: can't get the hair look good and work out. Desired: lose weight. Solution: call me. Very simple. But if you're thinking about losing weight, what's one of the first things you think about, especially if you're a woman? You know, my hair. Okay. Now you could go with a whole bunch of braids, or you could go with the two braids. She could offer them all. But the way to get them in, and the way to get them in at a price that you can then not have to chase as many customers, is to talk about the problems. Because now, if you get in just two more customers a week, hear me out. And we're gonna do a little business math. Let's just say you get in a couple customers a week, and now you're able to raise the price from 25 to 50. If you just did that, okay, that's an extra $100 times four, so it's extra $400 every month. So over the course of 4 months, $1,600. Over a year, what are we talking? $4,800. Okay. So now let's just say two of those people referred somebody else. Now you're looking at having an additional 2,400. So that's two. So two plus the four is six. I don't know if my math's right now. So you're looking like $7,200. Just again, this is live. This is off the top of my head. So you're looking at $7,200, and that's just if you got a couple customers, charge $25 more, and they gave you a referral. Now let's take it up a notch. Now you put evangelical Salesforce on it, which is one of the things that I teach clients. So now you do testimonials with those people. So some of those people are going to do testimonials, and they're going to talk about how great you are, and they're going to talk about how, man, they couldn't have lost the weight if they hadn't gotten the hair, because the hair was the only thing really holding them back. And then they're going to bring you more customers. So now, not only do you have the customers that they gave you directly to, they have all the people that see the videos and see the pictures. And I'm going to get to something about the videos and the pictures in a second. They see the videos and the pictures. And then they're going to say, ooh, I want to unbig my back. Ooh, her hair's cute. Ooh, girl, who did it? Okay. And those get to circulate the internet as well. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So now imagine if you got another two customers just from people seeing it circulating on the internet. Now these will be customers that you never talked to. These will be customers that you didn't have to chase. These will be customers that literally just kind of fell in your lap because you then celebrated the people who you were doing business with. Now, how would you feel if customers just fell in your lap? People just called you on the phone. People just jumped in your DMs. People just was like, hey, I talked to somebody and they told me it was you that I needed to call because you can solve my problem. But if you never talk about the problem, how can you be known as the solution to the problem? So again, it goes back to the very first step. First thing we got to do is get found. How do we get found? We talk about the things in our content that people are searching. They're searching for solutions. They're not searching for us. They're searching for ways to lose weight, protective hairstyles, how to heal scalps, what to do if I have a dry scalp. So you make the videos about that stuff. People are searching how to get more people to watch my content. This is going to show up in their algorithm as a video that will help them get their content watched. Now, I'm trying to keep these videos shorter so that you can actually use them faster. So we're going to tie this up real quick. So now, again, we're going to talk about what the customer's problems and desires are. Then we get customers. We're going to do the math and figure out a way to get the customers to bring us more customers, either A, by them actually bringing us a customer that they know and or family member and or homegirl, or B, and B, not or. We're going to then celebrate them, interview them, promote them, be a part of their story, their journey, so that the people can see us on the internet. And they're not seeing us because we're saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. We're saying, man, we're so happy for the person that we got a chance to help, which then allows them to see, oh, well, they just not thirsty and just out here trying to promote themselves. They're actually trying to help us. Because people don't really care about you, they care about themselves. And I don't say that to be mean, I'm just being honest. If they got to choose between them and you, they're going to choose them every time. It is what it is. No shade, no anything. Now, here's how you do that whole thing with the celebrating your students. You say, hey, man, I just want to really congratulate. And then you talk about how she's lost the weight. You want to talk about how, you're inspired by her determination. Or you maybe sit down with her and interview her and say, well, tell me, girl, how did you do it? People want to know. And let's not forget that these videos circulate. So, three things, and then we're out of here. Number one, make sure you download your lives, and then you can upload them on YouTube. You can chop them up, turn them into reels. You can do all that stuff. You can use CapCut or any other editing that you use that you want to use. Number two, hashtags. With the lady this morning, I talked about the hashtags. Hashtags are very important. Use the hashtags in your videos. Use the hashtags in your posts. And then the other thing you need to do in regard to these hashtags is create one for your business. Shout out to Keisha McCormick's hashtag for her travel business, which is G3, which is great trips at a great price for grown-ups, is tripping with G3. So now when customers go out and they take their pictures on their vacation, hashtag G3 is one of the hashtags that she recommends that they use. The reason she's doing that is so that she can have a gallery of all of her customers. So if you get 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 customers over the next 6 months with your braiding business, guess what? If they all use that same hashtag, same thing goes for barbers. If they all use that same hashtag, hashtag my man Stan. Stan gets you right. Stan's cuts, whatever. Whatever your hashtag is. I don't know Stan, but Stan seemed like a good name, so I went with it. Now you have a gallery of all your work for people to see online. All they got to do is hit the hashtag. So all those people get to see you doing your thing. And it's free. So if you're a person who's, like I said, if your income's up, your money is up, but when your income's down, your money's down, how could this help you? Again, one or two more customers a week, one or two more customers a month, multiplied over 12 months. If those customers give you a referral, now you're looking at 3 times as many customers just by getting more people to watch. Then the best of those customers sitting down doing interviews with you, telling people how great you are, so that then that thing circulates around the internet 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, allowing other customers just to fall in your lap. Then using the hashtag, so when you actually are talking to people, you can actually just tell them, hey man, hit the hashtag and you'll see all my work. What that's going to do, that's going to help you 10x your business, number one. Number two, it's going to free you up from chasing customers. Okay. So now you get customers to chase you so you don't have to run after them. So if you stop running after customers, now you can focus on doing the parts of the business that you really love. Because let's be honest, you're not a salesperson. You don't want to be a salesperson. And if you were a salesperson, you wouldn't be a good one. And if your whole business is dependent upon you getting customers, this is the easiest, fastest, most effective way to do it. In the words of the great OJ, it's got to get the people what they want. And if they want solutions to their problems, why are you talking about you? How's talking about you going to help them? How's talking about you going to help people find you? Just asking. Think about it. You want people to see you as the solution to their problem so that they will then trade their money for your solution. Because your solution is worth enough to them that they'll give you money for it. That's simple. If you're a braider, if you're a hair cutter, if you're anything, if you're a barber, I called you a hair cutter, my bad. The whole idea is that I have something valuable enough for you to give me money in exchange for it. But if I never talk about the thing I have as the solution to your problem, then how do they know? Again, free video talking about the problem. They're going to search for it. They're going to find it. If you talk about the problem and how you can then help them, then they're going to associate you with help. And if you do help them to the tune of one or two a week, your business grows. And if they get referral, your business grows. And if you do a video with them, your business grows. And it grows fast because it's compounding over 12 months, over 12 months, 10 months, 20 months, 36 months. You know, when people say, well, how did you get these businesses over $1 million? Is that is because we were constantly adding customers that we didn't have to work to get. So the customers didn't have to work to get them. I was the one focused on, creating the emails, creating the campaigns, creating the content, creating the words, doing the website, making sure when I say doing, I don't mean the the actual doing of the website. I mean creating the psychology that makes people want to buy using your website. It's called frameworking. Website optimization. That's what we do. But one customer brings you two customers, then one of them brings you a customer. Now you got four customers, and it's just growing and snowballing. And the whole time you're able to be creative and energized and excited because you ain't chasing customers no more. Now you can then hire people. Hell, even if it's your kids, you can hire people. So you say, well, how did they do it? Hey, they got off to a good roll because we got them getting more customers and not having to chase customers. Then they were able to go take some classes and learn some other stuff with the money from those customers. They were able to hire some people with the money from those customers. And now all of a sudden you go from entrepreneur to small business owner. But it all starts with getting people to watch. It all starts with getting people to find you, understand you, and pick you. And when you get enough of those people, then you hire some people so you can move on to just being the creative person that you really are, being the leader that you are, because businesses that don't get customers easily don't scale. And people have to run after customers, eventually run out of energy. So you're at a crossroads right now, and you got to make that decision for yourself. But if you need any help, all you got to do is ask. Go to growingrich.com. There's a free messaging button. Get 15 minutes. We'll go through everything that you're doing. And if it feels like a good fit, then maybe we'll talk about working together. It's that simple. Now, in regard to people that I work with, I'm looking for people who are ready, willing to invest both time and money, who can make the decision, and that I can help. If I can't help you, I don't try to help you. I'll direct you in the direction you need to go. That's what that 15-minute call is for me to ask enough questions to understand where you're trying to go and offer you the right advice. Not for me to try to pressure you or push you into doing business with me, because everybody isn't a good fit for everybody, and maybe I'm a little bit too concerned about getting the job done for some people. That's just the honest truth. Some people, they really don't care. They just like, hey, I just like seeing my face on billboards. I got enough money that if I lose money, it don't make me a difference. I'm really trying to work with people who need this money to work, which is what I've been saying through the whole video, that if your personal income is tied to this, meaning that if I make more money, I get to do more things in my personal life, then that's who I really want to work with. But as always, man, it's your big business bro, Sadon Long, aka the most dangerous man in marketing. Tell you had a beautiful Monday, and I'm out.